and ended up talking to Destiny about it. Um, and asking him about it. And based on that conversation, I don't think Destiny has anything to do with it. Um,
Right. Destiny did ban Nico Sam. He blacklisted Nico Sam, and it seems like he blacklisted Nico Sam because did you leak the audio to Nico Sam or did you leak it to Amumu?
both.
Right, and then Nico Sam leaked it to Lav, and then he got blacklisted.
And
Right.
so, and it's like a blacklisted thing to talk about on stream. And so, like for me, like I don't mind people necessarily knowing um that I had sex with Destiny.
Uh huh.
Um, I mean, the only reason why I would care um is like you said, just like I don't want people to think that I do things um like on behalf of him or whatever. I want to be my own person.
Yeah.
um it's like I don't mind that people know that, but what I am concerned about is um there being like media out there of me, so in the form of this voice recording, like if someone could like use that to like harm me in some way. I do believe you're right about Jacob and Amumu especially, and probably Destiny. That's not my experience with Destiny, but I wouldn't be surprised. But um Jacob and Amumu and now Zoe, I think are really gross people. And so I guess that's why I wanted to know, like, from my perspective, the only people who knew that I um, had sex with Destiny and could confirm that I was in the audio um, would be like Jacob and Amumu and Zoe. And so that's why I was wondering, like, are they the ones that reached out to you? Or I guess, like, because if they were, I think that that is more so the issue, that they're trying to out me. And yeah, I mean, they know about my mental health situation. And so they obviously don't give a fuck about my mental health or
Mm-hmm.
that I'm losing my job.
Wait.
Um,
Sorry. Can you repeat that? Krieger just messaged me. So, Baby Peach
oh, sure.
and Baby Peach and Baby. Did you say Baby Brat and Zoe don't care about like your mental health and that?
No, sorry. Zoe and Amumu and Jacob.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, it's like super fucking gross that like when I came in, Baby Peach just like called me a retard and was like, "You're obviously like wrong about this or blah, like about the Paragon thing." But then if Paragon is like doing the same thing that Jacob and Amumu
Right.
did, and even like talking to them about it to do it to her, it almost seems like she's like in on it, and they all just did it to like stir up drama, which is like
Well,
different
right
because like
now,
she's not getting like blackmailed. Paragon is the one who eventually got fucked over in this situation, but they were still trying to do the same thing.
the biggest issue right now, though, for me is that it's being framed right now as me or this ominous person who I guess is now me, um, is actually the leaker. So the narrative right now is that somebody leaked audio of Destiny, basically revenge porn. And so everything is my fault, and I need to be outed as a revenge porn distributor, which isn't
Right,
true. And
but
that's
so
the argument that Zoe, Jacob, and
wait.
Amumu are going with, even
So
though they know that's not true.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Zoe fucking called me a retard and blah blah blah. And then when I was just like, okay, well, like here's what I've been told, Zoe just immediately went quiet and backed away. Um,
Well, she said
and
something in the side chat about how like she was happy that it finally got out that I was sending revenge porn.
right, yeah, I would love screenshots of that, but I guess I can go back through and find them. And then
Yeah, I
someone
need to
else,
find him too.
and then someone else came on Justicle's stream 10 minutes after I was booted out and just started shit talking you. Just was like, and they just started shit talking you in general, not about the thing that they don't want leaked. They just started they just started discrediting you, like, oh, about Paragon. They just were like, oh, her view on Paragon is just ridiculous, blah 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 blah. And it's like, dude, I literally just revealed like some massive underlying thing towards
Mm-hmm.
you and all of their motives about Baby Peach, and then you come in here just to like shit talk Baby Peach about something else. It is just a super very clear attempt to discredit you, while also avoiding talking about the thing that would reveal you to be uh, the person who's like they're trying to take advantage of. And
Right.
yeah, you were totally right about it might look like you're leaking revenge porn. So
Mm-hmm.
I've immediately like been piecing together what was going on there, as well as like I have been trying to piece together if the people leaking this to me are for you or against you. They totally seem like they're for you. Like they think the whole thing's really gross. It's the people talking to me obviously aren't. It's not like anyone super directly involved. Like it's not any of the people blackmailing you or anything. Um,
Would you be able to tell me who you're talking to, just so, like, just for full disclosure, I'm not asking like to go out and like talk to anybody. It's just that a big reason why my mental health has been the way it is that I have no idea what's actually going on, and like no one will share any information with me. And I just think that it would be comforting to at least know who, um like
yeah.
I'm shocked that anybody knew that it was me in the audio, like unless it was Jacob and or a Mumu who talked to you.
Um, Jacob and Amumu, when they leaked the audio to Lav, would have told Lav like, "Yo, this is Baby Peach." So
Okay,
that's how more and more people know,
I
like that
see.
it was you. So, um, the thing with me wondering like, basically, I wonder like, why did you leak this? But then you didn't actually leak it, right? You
Yeah,
you didn't
no, I did
actually
not.
leak the revenge porn. You maybe sent it to
No.
like one other person, and then I have to think like why you said that. So your word holds actually like quite a lot of weight here. We only know it was you in the revenge porn because you said it was you, to someone, or they could directly imply it was you because you were the original one with the video. But then they went on to like tell other people it was you.
And I
But
was
then that
allowed to
brings
send
us
it,
to the
and I have
question:
proof
is like,
too.
is there something? It's not that you might have done something worse, but what did they have to hold over you to get you to put yourself in this position, right?
I was allowed to send it, and I was
Was it just
manipulated.
yeah? Was it just social manipulation, which then later
Yeah,
they turned into blackmail?
yeah,
So you thought you were leaking it to like trusted people, and that you would get like a little bit of
yeah.
endorphins just like talking to friends, and then it turned out that that was not trustworthy people.
Like a well, like in a sexual relationship sense, yeah.
With Jacob.
A Mumu.
Oh, with a moo. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm just
You're
balancing
fine.
the
I
names
just
out.
feel bad because Jacob got roped into all of this. Um, but like from the very beginning, like when all of this started going on, I mean, this was like a while ago now, like he really tried his best to like, in my opinion, I believe, unless I'm wrong and he's manipulating me too, but I don't have any reason to believe that he wants any part in this, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But
Right.
Amumu, like, um,
Yeah,
is not a good person.
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
His when I was saying before about these people aren't really taking anything seriously unless it's like personal self interest. Jacob is less that because Jacob will involve in conversations about his hobbies. At which point
Hmm.
he's actually just like his personal benefit is that he gets to feel good that he's like teaching Destiny about working out. Whereas like a
Yeah.
Mumu doesn't even talk about his hobbies and shit. He is literally just always talking about whatever drama is happening and making funny jokes at whoever's expense of the drama. That is all a Mumu ever posts in chat, which
I
makes
think
him,
that
the ultimate Giga Chad. He's just tapped into the ultimate Giga Chad mindset. But like,
no,
back
you're
in
absolutely right.
2015 when the Giga Chad first came out, it was ironic. It was ironic to be the Giga Chad. The Giga Chad was just like some retard who people didn't like. The joke was that the Giga Chad walks so straight that his spine is parallel with the center of the earth. So like it wasn't like a serious thing. Um,
Yeah, I think that Jacob, I do agree that I am disappointed in the way that he has conducted himself in this server, and it's not the guy that I thought that I knew, but I'm still willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and just think that maybe he's just like in over his head or is just being too much, and maybe is just going overboard.
yeah, like I
Um,
said, Jacob seems to have a bit more like
yeah,
genuineness as a person compared to the other guys, but then he is also roped into the whole I'm the Giga Chad social
yeah,
dynamic where
I agree.
he farms that Giga Chad stuff every day. And the problem is that it works. Like that's why you feel like happy when you talk to these people because you're like, oh, these are the people that like everyone in the community likes, and these are the people that
Mm-hmm.
are always saying funny shit. So when I hang out with them, I have a good time. Blah blah blah. I'm
Yeah.
not that guy. I'm that guy who's constantly cranky and pissed off and calling people out on their meta, and then they can just call me weird and tell me to fuck off. But okay, the
Can you
person
tell me who you've been talking to though? Oh yeah, sorry, go
yeah, yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So she just replied, "It's Baby Brat." Baby Brat was meant to do everything that I'm doing now, but she was just like too scared and didn't really know how to do it. And she wants to jump in call with you right now, or into this call with us.
Yeah, if she wants to join the call, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and yeah, Baby Brat was the one who was telling me like the reason she cares is just because she feels like she doesn't like it that you're actually being like genuinely fucked with. She
I
doesn't
like her,
like
yeah.
yeah, she doesn't like it that people are like fucking with other people. Um, she knows about it because she jumped in like a private VC with Paragon and Lav. Because I guess when the whole thing with Zoe like flipped and made Paragon look bad, Paragon went ahead and told Baby Peach that like it was a joke to begin with, but then him pretending to be kind of like he was pretending to be kind of retarded to Zoe and
Mm-hmm.
pretending to flirt with her to like cause drama, but then when he was putting on the character of this like simp trying to like win Zoe over, he put the character on like too hard, and then it eventually just was like no one knew it was a character, so it was like, oh, you actually are just this like retarded simp.
Yeah, that's all really confusing in my opinion, but like
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
think that
that probably
he'll
caused him to want to talk to other people about it behind the scenes. So he
yeah.
talked to Baby Brat about it, and then Baby Brat and Paragon jumped in a call with Lav, who because Lav had already leaked the thing, so they were like, well, let's go explain this to Lav. Um,
So is
what?
Lav the one that told Baby Brat then?
Paragon would have talked to Baby Brat about it, but we'll pull her in, and then well,
I
Lav would
wonder
have
how
yeah.
Paragon knew. Oh yeah. We'll pull her in. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Paragon would have known because obviously Amumu is the main culprit, and then Amumu is finding there are like a bunch. Amumu and Jacob are like I said, they're doing the Giga Chad thing. There's like a whole subsection of like 30 or 40 people who hang out in DGG offline chat, and all they do is post in all capitals. They dehumanize everyone. They just tell everyone to kill themselves, and they get heaps of laughs for it. And they just do this for like years on end. On no way do they like regard the other people in there as like real humans. Um, that it's the same reason why people like Spinboy when he comes into Justical chat. Spinboy is the Justical version of them, except in DGG there's a bunch of them, and they will. So in DGG there's like an inner circle of these fucking retards, and then in Justical there's also like a circle of it, but it's just a lot smaller. And the circle this time would have been Paragon, Amumu, and Jacob, and the three of them would have been like, oh, like here's this like oh, there's like drama we can create that everyone's gonna love, and then we can also talk about it behind the scenes, so we can have even more drama, but just for us. So that's like,
Yeah.
and
Well, I used
yeah,
to be in DGG chat, and that's how I met Momo and Jacob, and I was actually like good friends with them.
right.
But ever since,
You told
like,
me
just to
in
go,
DMs earlier that there was like an inner that there were people you were friends with. If you look back through
yeah,
our DMs, and I had to sit there and think about that. At first, I wasn't sure who else was in the call. That was in a public VC. Actually, we talked about this. This wasn't in DMs. But
yeah,
full of hell messaged me, and he's like, "I think I know who she was talking about." And then I sat there and I thought about it, and I realized like the only circle of friends that you could have possibly been talking about was either like there's only like a couple of circles here. It's either like Justical
mm-hmm,
and Wolfgang and all of that because they're the circle of like people who run the shit, but it's obviously not them. And then I was like, it must be DGG old heads or
mm-hmm,
DGG regulars. So then yeah, I realized like when you told me the other day, you kind of hinted towards some of the stuff, but I could have never guessed it was
yeah,
like this. Yeah, I realized that your old people who you considered like closer friends was actually them. And at the time, you told me that these people who were your old friends turned out not to be the people that you thought they were.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
it's
So I mean,
rough.
like, it's yeah, yeah,
Before I get baby Brad in, yeah, I just need to like let you know that I'm in like a moral conundrum. It's like the classic thing you would find in like a storybook, which reflects reality. Where like you're basically I need to put you first. Um, and I have like I don't know if it's personal because I don't know you, but like it's personal for you, which makes it like my main priority. But then there's also like saving the kingdom or whatever, which is where like I'm like, do I just let everyone know about like
Well,
everything
the
I found
saving
out?
the kingdom part
Hmm.
was blackmailing Nico. I don't think that there's anything else that could be done because I think that the other two have um there's not enough evidence to um like do anything with it. So the only thing that would be happening is just like outing me as this person, and then I have to deal with the whole revenge porn thing. So
Right.
that's just where I'm coming from. Um, if it was still Nico, if like Nico was still in there and talking about it, then I would definitely agree with you. And I appreciate that you're, thinking about this and putting me first. I just think that there are other ways that we can go about, fighting the bullies, um, that are more beneficial and don't cause harm, if that makes sense.
Then more beneficial and will cause harm.
Like I said, I mean, like I'm fine
Yeah.
with them, with like
So
everyone knowing that I had sex with them. I don't care.
I
But
don't know if these guys will ever like bother talking to me about it or anything. Um, but I'll basically be there to defend you. They will have their little army of troglodyte lol cow farmers in DGG who will always back them up. But you need to realize that at no point will those people ever humanize you. Um, so you need to just like cast away their opinions,
mhm.
and and then the whole point of like bringing it forward would be to let everyone else know what those lolcow farmers are doing, and some people will probably joke and meme like, "Oh, like what gigachads or whatever," but in reality, most people will be like well aware that these dudes are hell bent on their own self interests with no regard for like the harm they cause to other people,
I just don't
and
think there's enough evidence to.
it'll. Mhm.
I don't think there's enough evidence to use that argument yet against Amumu and Jacob.
What that they are
Um,
just doing it for self interest.
that they um are blackmailing me because Nico Sam is the one that was distributing it.
Right, right.
So like the
Um,
blackmail that they have over me, they kind of really don't anymore. Um,
you must have a logs or something of you talking to a Mumu and Niku-san, just showing that they're like close together, right?
The only full logs that I have, because Amumu, the way that everything went down, um, and him like obviously playing me, he knew to immediately delete his logs like every single time we talked.
Right.
And I was too naive at the time to like realize that.
Uh,
Um,
well, okay. Well, at worst, it will mean that they can't like do this shit again, because everyone would be clued on. Like, yo, that thing that happened to Baby Peach, like they're trying to do it to me now. And even if they delete those logs, it'll happen. And then if they're acting weird, some people out there are like vindictive. Sometimes the vindictive bad people also attack the vindictive bad people, right? So it'll put those boys in a position where people who are out to get them will like pull them up every time they act a little bit weird, even if they're not doing anything too bad. They've just put themselves in a position where everyone's like, oh, you're like the fucking weirdos who aren't you the guys who like are like sex pesting women and like doing that shit? Kind of like with tomfoolery. Tomfoolery was just acting a little bit weird. Justical thought it was funny to bully him, and then it just drew light to every time he acted a little bit weirder. And with Tom, he like it was pathological, so he couldn't stop acting weird. Um,
I just also
yeah,
know that they also have more on me that they could leak if they wanted to.
that's vague, but which means it's potentially pretty bad that they could continue roasting
Like
you.
nudes and stuff.
So it's more of the same.
Yeah.
Um, that if they did leak that shit, that would just be them doing revenge porn straight up. So that would actually like clarify the fact that like
But I don't
you
want
don't
to
want
like
to do
have
revenge
to.
porn, and they are super happy to do revenge porn. So it would make it look way more like they just want to do revenge. That they did the original revenge porn as well. You're
I just
super
think that
fine.
the
Like you have done
evidence.
nothing wrong. Everyone loves you.
Oh, thank
You know,
you.
like yeah, everyone does love you. You've done nothing wrong. Everything's actually fine, like right now, because um, there's so many infinite ways that we can like prove the truth, and it's impossible for them to like create a lie that is as complicated as like how true these things are. They can't lie as clear. They can't like change reality to like match the way it really is. The only problem is that Destiny like is always like people in here, and like Justical said it just now, like people in here like want to make autistic rules that like really like hold everyone down, but that's not the way people think. People are actually just like barely interested and just going on vibes. Um, so like our main battle is just to get people's like endorphins to trigger when we point out the fact that like there's a bad thing happening here and it's inherently bad, and then people will feel bad when they think about the people who do those things, and they'll feel like sympathetic towards you, right? Um,
Yeah, but I would
so
just rather like.
that's why I just think that's why I think Amumu and that probably won't want to like debate about it. Destiny might want to debate me about it or anyone defending about it, but that's only
I
because
just think that the
Destiny does
mods.
the thing where he like screams over people and he like pulls you up on every little rhetorical fallacy. But if he does that to me, I could just like stay totally calm and be like, Destiny, fuck you, bro. You literally come in here saying that you want the objective facts, but then you're just nitpicking over every tiny little rhetorical failure. You're like an angry woman. I'll be misogynistic towards him, but he'll be the woman. You know.
I just think that the mods have already done a really good job so far. Like, I think that they're going to, um, or there's, um, they may or may not take action against Zoe for the things that she said already.
Well, they want Justical to do it, and the mods are so on your side about this that they want to quit being mods unless they can help you directly. But it comes down to you letting them help you. Yeah.
Well, I would
So
want to talk to them first. I think that you've brought up a lot of really good points, and I really appreciate you. And I know that it's all coming from a really kind heart. Um, and
Yeah. I'm a
Genuinely,
dangerous
like,
and bad
I need
man.
it.
I'm a
Oh,
dangerous and
stop.
bad man, and I hurt people, and I'm just trying to make sure I hurt the right people. Because yeah, it does break my
Fair.
heart to see shit like this
I
happen.
just think that if we were to do something like that at this level, there needs to be like we would need to have more conversations and bring more people in. Um, I, I'm not ready to just like start going guns blazing. I want to make sure that it's done correctly. So like, there's no, um, like, like because if it's not done correctly, then like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's why Baby Brat brought it to me instead of her saying it, because holding people to correct rhetorical meta is basically all I do. Well, I do that in here like every night, and
Is she the only one who talked to you about all this?
yeah,
Okay.
and then I messaged Krieger, and
Mm-hmm.
then Krieger. It became like more obvious to me that what she was saying about Krieger being involved was true, because then Krieger like instantly pulled me in to bring it up. And then I messaged Krieger like, "What the fuck, dude? I just got timed out." And Krieger replied to me straight away, saying, "Yeah, that was like fucked up. You should have just been way more aggressive with it right off the bat," which was super funny because when I talked to him, I was hoping that he would give me advice on how to like ease people into it so that I wouldn't get kicked. But he was like, "No, you were gonna get kicked no matter what. You should have just immediately gone in there and said, I want to know why Jacob and Amima are blackmailing Baby Peach with stuff they manipulated her into sending," which would have just been like a cracker of a sentence to immediately drop. Chat would have erupted. Um, but right now, I guess chat is just simmering on it. People are probably like theory crafting. Um,
It looks like I'm getting
and yeah, people will be trying to.
notifications somewhere. Let me see. Are people outing me?
Alright, let me add Baby Peach to the call.
Okay.
Actually, maybe you called me, so you have to add her.
Oh, let me. I think I know how to do this. Oh yeah, here. Um. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I did it right.
Yeah, you did it. She
Okay.
just needs to pick up her phone. Nice. Baby Peach, you're in.
Oh, okay, sorry, my phone was being weird. It doesn't like group
Hey,
calls
girl.
normally. Okay, so there's a lot to go over that I want to just clarify before it got to where it got, and it's fucking weird. So after that pair conversation with you and me, I was a little concerned that you said you were blackmailed and you were hospitalized, and like I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call Krieger on his personal number where there's no Discord logs. I'm gonna tell him that I'm a little concerned for you. I'm gonna go about my day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I call him, and he was like taking a nap, and he was like getting really upset with me about like you being blackmailed, and like, you know, you've already talked to him or whatever. And then he just blurts out that you like made a porno with consent, or maybe without consent. I don't know, with Destiny, right? Just outward says it. And I got a little uncomfortable that he told me that, because like, I don't know, I'm like, I can be shy, I can be weird about people's personal information, and Krieger sometimes flirts with me, and I think he got upset at my tone that Destiny has never hit on me privately in DMs. So that was constantly going on in between all of this for context on the tension. And I was like, I don't know why that matters, and most girls that fuck him, it's for clout. And he was like, it wasn't for fucking clout. Baby Peach is in love with Destiny, and you don't know
What?
anything. And I was like,
Oh my god.
he's
I
in
love
love
you,
with
Baby
him.
Pit, Brett. You're great.
And then he goes, but I want to know for real. He's in the drive-thru. He's like, would you fuck him or me? Who has a better shot at fucking you? And
Oh
I'm just
no,
sitting there, and I'm
Baby
like,
Peach, why are you doing this to Krieger? Oh my
and so then I was like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? And then he was like, hey, I'm gonna calm down. I'm getting weird. I'm gonna bring Meow D's in. And I was like, oh, okay. And so he brings in Meow D's, and Meow D's is listening. I give a recap. I explain how I fucked up, how I'm really nervous, and I just wanted to make sure you were okay and your well-being was fine. And I want Jacob and Moo Moo and Zoe banned. And Krager's like, yeah, I'm gonna ban him. I'm gonna ban them. I'm gonna do it. Just give me a minute. And he was like, oh, they're doing a debate. Like, do you want to go in there? And I want to tag everybody in one large post and out everything right now. And I was like, that makes me kind of feel weird. And I mean, but if you want to go for it, it's up to you. And he was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I just want you to make the best decision. And he goes, I'm going to out it. And tells Meow that he's going to out it. And we all join the debate. And he DMs me. And I'm DMing back. I'm like, are you going to do it? Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it now. Right? And I'm like hype, obviously, a little bit for the drama. But like, I'm thinking he's going to do it. And he goes, nope, if you want it to be done, you have to do it. Now, at this point, I've already told 2 mods. I don't know Meow D's that much, but I know that they do stir some shit. So I didn't want to just leave that conversation where it was and cause more shit for you if Meow D's has any connection to the trio, as I call them. But I was kind of disappointed in Krager. Like, why are you going to tell me that you're going to handle it? And then I had to go to Chris Bledis like a shy, awkward child and go, can you be my voice, please?
Yeah.
And that's how we got to here.
That's fucking. I had no idea that's the story you were gonna come in with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
Baby
exactly what happened.
Brett, Peach was like worried that the people talking to me had like bad intentions towards her, which is like totally fine because for all she knows, I had bad intentions.
Well, because
we sort of sorted that out, and then it was like a big relief to me because I didn't know what your intentions either were, Baby Brett. But then you really luckily said to me like the stuff about just like looking out for her well-being. So I was like the person who told me just look out for her well-being, and then eventually you told me I could tell her, and then I found out you two are like lovely together. So this is perfect. We've got like
well, Krager
for me
was
at least I've got like 2 people who are super happy with each other. You two are great. I've finally got like a bit of solidarity with the people, and Krieger seems solid as well. And then also the actions of the other people who aren't involved in our conversation right now all seem that those people are all bouncing off each other in kind of negative ways. I don't need to like assume people's intentions. I can literally just look at the way they act and the way that they do act and just follow that pattern, Occam's razor it, and be like, yo, that is pretty much like by far the most solid outcomes, right? Anyway,
I'm going to tell Krager after I'm done bitching about him that I told you, but I didn't want him to go and tell you first because I didn't want the imagery to be painted differently. And he was getting really personally upset about the Destiny thing because I did tell him that I don't like people saying stuff like that to me because Destiny is one of 3 men that doesn't sexualize me in my DMs. And I don't care who he is. And even Krager kind of was like, really getting weird toned with me a little bit. We're chill.
You know what's
like
crazy? You're probably one of 3 women that he doesn't sexualize in his own DMs.
He told me, by the way, I'm his only weakness in the server, but that's just, you guys can leak that if you want, but I didn't say that to you.
I'm cutting all that out of any fucking... I'm memory holding that into the back of my mind.
Yeah, because one of our first conversations was him telling me that I'm the youngest he would ever accept because I'm this cute. So,
wait, how old are you?
25.
But she's only 4'9", so.
But I don't.
Right?
I don't.
Oh,
like
I see what you mean.
I don't like him like that. But like I don't know. Like I guess he tries. I'm just not really inherently negative or positive because I'm submissive. So I just don't reject people or accept their advances most of the time. But so homie was just so offended, I guess, because he just, I don't know. He thinks I'm pretty. And I don't know why the whole Destiny thing, like he got to like yelling at me because I said that there may be a chance you may have done it possibly to be a Destiny girl, possibly for clout, but I wasn't sure.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
I theorize about everybody though, right? Right?
Fuck you.
And he could not handle that shit. And I said, look, possibly. He said that you were just trying to be next Miss Destiny. He was even meaner than I was.
Actually, I completely forgot you said that. The thought that I'm in love with him, I have no idea where he got that from.
No, he told me that 6 months, he told me to shut the fuck up for a minute. He said I was wrong. He was getting vocally upset. And he was like, you don't know anything. This was a thing over time. It was 6 months. And she told me 6 months ago that she she really, really liked him, and she was in love with him, and she wasn't fucking him as a fuckboy, and there were feelings there.
I got a super
And
funny point of view as a man who's a DGG that me, all the other DGGers, and Krieger, we all love Destiny and wish we were him. So we can't imagine women not loving him.
No, I mean, I love him, of course, but like,
And you want to be with him.
No, like, okay, I like leading up to like meeting up with him, I had to like look in the mirror and be like, you will never fall in love with this man. He is not the one. You're never gonna be together. No matter how much you get along, you're never gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, I've watched Destiny for years. To be a girl and go to sleep with him and think that you're gonna fall in love and get married is fucking delusional. And I know
I
that.
told Krieger, I said that most
thing.
people
And
in the streamer.
It's a light Yagami thing, but that's a superhuman who
Sorry, yeah.
Stuff onto as well.
No, I'm not in love with him. I mean, like, I would love to be, like, I would love to be the next Mrs. Destiny, but do I, like, is that an aspiration of mine? No.
But would you die for it and ruin your life for it? Probably not. Yeah.
So what I think is funny is I was trying to explain to him, once you get any kind of social standing, right, whether you sell nudes, you're a streamer, you do whatever on the internet, you usually have to find your one person. This is the issue I'm going through on like a smaller scale. It's already really difficult to filter out who you like when you're constantly flooded with attention. So that man's definitely confused. And I told Krieger, I said, yo, this is just a broad perspective. I like that he's nice to me and we're friends and that he doesn't sexualize me because it's a breath of fresh air. And Krieger tried villainizing that again, making it seem weird. And he was like, are you actually jealous that he doesn't hit on you in DMs? And I was like, I'm a little offended, but I'm not jealous. I'm like, damn, he couldn't call me pretty like once, and Krieger got upset. And then the call ended like really shortly after that.
Girl, I'm jealous about the way that you connected with him because I was just really drunk one night at 2 a.m. and I messaged him on Instagram and I said, hey, would you fuck me? And he said, I don't know. What do you look like?
Right.
Like,
this is super interesting because, Brett, maybe you should feel like flattered that Destiny looks to you for more than just sex.
Yeah, like I went to him and I was like, hey, wanna fuck? And he was like, sure. That's basically how it happened.
Talk? Because I want to know if Krieger lied about that. How often do you talk to him? If I can ask you, you can tell me to shut up.
I don't know. It depends on the week. It depends on the day. We don't send like good morning, good night texts like every day or anything, but like I'll like hit him up, ask how he's doing.
Okay, see, that's different than what I was told. Because, by the way, I did message Destiny like very vaguely about the debate thing. I said they're debating your sex life, and I feel bad for Peach, and he said he also feels bad for you and hopes you're doing good.
That's what
I didn't tell him. Yeah, I didn't tell him about my context because I didn't want to explain y'all's sex life in our DMs because I'm not. That's not my. Yeah, I'm.
Well, he already knows about everything that, like.
Well, I mean, this part with Krieger and the mod and me having but he doesn't know that. I didn't elaborate that because I didn't want to like overcross boundaries because I was still trying to find a way to tell you that Krieger kind of backed out last minute like that because like I even have DMs like I sent him to a Lettuce where Krieger's like I'm gonna do it and then I'm not gonna do it, but he was really hyping it up in the call with us and Meow, and I think he brought Meow in because he felt awkward that he hits on me, and he even asked me once if I felt uncomfortable that he flirts with me, and I said no, but I am aware that I'm the only girl he really says he finds hot in here, and it doesn't really bother me. I just look at him as a friend. Like, I'm sure there's probably tons of people on here that think I'm hot. The last BC I was just in were roasting me because I sent a nude to a homie one time, not in the Discord, but like on Snapchat. So I feel like people don't realize that I'm just weird and very different and very socially like.
Justical just messaged me. He's like, bro, why would you bring that Destiny shit up? Are you actually out of your mind, nigga?
Please don't mention me. Please do not mention me.
Why, the Justical? Wait, yeah, so this is actually something. You just don't want to be mentioned at all on this, do you, baby Brett?
I don't want to get in trouble, and Krieger said he was going to go for it, and I didn't want to just leave it there with people knowing about it and just her being tormented like that. That feels cruel. That feels wrong.
There was a point there was a point where you were sort of okay with getting trouble in about it, though, because Krieger was going to leak it all, which would imply,
Yeah,
which would
but
probably
Krager,
include
Krager
you.
was gonna
But
protect
then
me
when it
about
got
it, and
flipped
then
back for
he
you to
chickened
leak it
out.
all, when it got flipped back for you to leak it all, you thought about it a little bit more, and you were
But
like,
also
oh shit.
he was recording or whatever, and I didn't want to. I don't have the voice for that. I get very shy, very quiet, and I know that they would bring that up every time in every argument in the future in every VC. So I was like, let me like ask someone with a very loud and nicely projected voice, and I thought of you.
Yeah,
I
true.
figured you'd do good.
That's all good. But I'm just clarifying that in between that moment of like you thinking about leaking it and then you coming to me, you realized like, fuck, I do not want to be involved in this.
Pretty fucking much, and I felt bad because the thing is Paragon had already confirmed that Jacob, Amumu, and Zoe were doing things behind the scenes before Peach even came into our call. He was just text replying it. So I'm like, there's obviously 3 bad people trying to cause multitudes of leaks and set up fake conversations. It's only going to get worse. And just because, Peach did send Amumu that clip, it shouldn't have been leaked out to everyone to the point that Lab even brought it up in her server, which I have screenshots of multiple times.
I think Nico Sam sent it to Lav though.
It was on something else. Someone leaked it on a different platform. It said in the screenshot, DDG, I think it was put in the DDG server.
Do you know who put it there or no?
No, Lab just said it was dropped in DDG, and in all of Lab's arguments, she said that you and Destiny both consented that the clip could be passed around.
Wait, who told you that? I'm sorry.
Lav in her server.
Okay. Well, not that it could be like passed around, but like, yeah. Because right now the narrative is, and if you were in the I don't remember anymore. If you were in the debate like side chat or whatever, when Chris Bletta started talking about it, Zoe immediately said something to the effect of like, thank God finally now like people know that like you're sending around revenge porn.
They're setting you up. And I didn't want you to hate me either. That's another reason why I was hesitant, because we've been close and I didn't want you to think it was a backstab. I've been in situations, I've had stalkers, I've had online drama. That stuff can really get to you. And for me to go to a mod that I trust outside of the Discord space and be like, hey, this is fucking me up mentally. I literally said, take us out of Discord, take you out of being a mod. That's why I called your direct number. It's what I started with. And I said, this shit is not good. Also, under the Discord TOS, I did briefly mention that if, like, I'm not saying you would kill yourself, but if you did, it would ban JSTLK from ever making another server. And I said, if anything, if you're that depraved, that should be the minimal amount of motivation to prevent a girl from feeling suicidal.
Yeah.
And that's when he actually started to see me to give a fuck, and I was kind of offended by that too, because I get suicidal. Like, come on now, bro, at least be respectful. I understand your pain. I've been in your place. I haven't had a tape leaked, but I've had like people leak really personal secret details about my life before on Instagram, where everyone from my high school attacked me except for one girl who I'm still friends with.
I'm sorry about that, and I appreciate it. And yeah, Amumu, I can find those leaks. But he was responsible for me getting banned for 8 days because I made a comment about roping or something.
Also, I was concerned about someone kind of like Mod Podging a news title about it, like putting suicide, sex scandal, Destiny, and then like a bunch of usernames, because that's something that could happen, with the way he is famous. People do know him. There are degens that misrepresent and misspell everything and misquote everything on here. I didn't want it to become a permanent scandal to be attached to you either, because sometimes they'll go look up your real name for stories like that and put AKA and then put their name. You know what I mean? Like, for online platforms. And I was worried about that too. And I told Krager, if anyone knows things about the internet and internet scandals, it would be my bitch ass. I am probably the most internet degen on here in terms of getting infamously canceled but never found out for anything, even though I've never done anything terrible besides exist and be depressed. But I still feel like, I don't know, like for me to tell not just one mod but 2 mods, and they were just like, nah, let her cook. Like, I can't do that to you. I can't do it. That's just rude. I feel like they're supposed to be the bigger person that's in between us and GSTLK, or hypothetically between us and Destiny, right? On any kind of lower spectrum, not counting me and you because we both have talked to him. And I'm just thinking, like, if you guys can't see how any interaction with Destiny could cause issues, because, he is the reason why there's so many mini Discords and servers, then why are you even a mod? Like, I feel like it's weird that she tried to just, I feel like Zoe almost immediately admitted to it as if one of her little henchmen must have overspoke. Like, she must have gotten so nervous when that shit came out. I bet you she was biting her nails.
I don't know if there's well, I know that there's no proof of Zoe's involvement in anything. I don't think. Well, that I have, at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at scavenging info, but I still think they should just ban the three of them. But I don't think they will because they're content. I also brought up the possible theory, which has been a theory for a while now, that I think Zoe was a plant by Destiny to cause drama, and I can give you my reason for that, but it's not. I don't think it's confirmed, and I don't think if he did it, he meant for it to go as far as it's went.
Right.
But I
can
think
I clarify that with you, babypeach? Because for my own state of mind, I need to wonder if my thoughts make sense. So one of the ways that you see everything that's going on is that the whole situation with Zoe and Paragon is that Paragon is acting in unison with Amumu and Jacob because they are like a little in-group circle of DGG Gigachads.
I don't think Paragon, I don't think that he...
Paragon just told me about how Zoe may not have fucked Destiny, and he hinted at that very weirdly, and I don't even know if Peach picked up on that comment. Paragon kind of just
post-fucking, right?
I thought it was a weird conversation in general, but there wasn't anything that I saw
No, Paragon said that he knew where she was before she supposedly went to see Destiny. And by the time that her location had changed back to where she was at, which is weird that he knew that, but whatever, he said probably was not enough time for them to fuck and for her to take that picture. But he said, I don't know, though, at the end of it, as if he didn't know that it was a setup. So that was the only concern that I really saw in his story, but specifically...
Wait, but the picture is real, so either she fucked someone else and took that picture,
someone else
or she
is
fucked
my theory.
Destiny.
I think it was someone else's night.
She fucked Destiny at a different time, and then posted the picture later saying it was that night. But basically, the whole thing with Paragon and Zoe creating their drama, they're all in on it together, and then that parallels what happened, in a way, what is happening with Baby Brat, except in the Baby Brat example, with the Baby Peach example, that... Fuck, do I need to repeat what I just said, but without the misspeak? That parallels what happened with Baby Peach. Yeah, but with the Peach thing, Peach wasn't in on it. Peach isn't like Zoe, where she's just happy to be outed as a whore for fucking... Not saying that you have acted like a whore.
No, I get it.
You just had a private relationship with a very slutty man.
Well, no, the only reason why I really care, I don't who I fuck doesn't I don't care. Yeah, I fucked him. Cool. The thing that I care about more is number one, the tape leaking.
Sex is fun. We're not the Catholic Church. You don't have to get married to everyone
question
you
is,
fuck.
how did the tape
Sometimes
leak?
you just want to fuck a rich, famous dude because he's good in bed, and also it's going to lead to more and more fun times.
That's what Krager said. Krager said if a hot guy asked you to go to Miami right now and was really nice to you and told you he wanted to fuck, would you not fuck him? And I said, don't ask me weird questions like that. And he got upset.
Yeah. Well, it's only weird because it's just a part of human nature to have a fun and exciting life. It's almost like eating and drinking. Part of you have to do it. Alright? You have to go have fun. And or at least shielding yourself from all fun for some random...
I think I got upset because I'm specifically...
fuck with you, right?
I'm specifically trying to not be a DDG girl.
It seems like you're agreeing with what I said, though, where, the whole Paragon was in, a little group with these other people, which happened to include Zoe. They all were just sort of like trying to make this drama happen, and Baby Peach was prepared to look like a piece of meat. Paragon was prepared to look like an artist. And then that parallels this because they're trying to do that same thing with more people, except they will do it with people who aren't prepared to look like a piece of meat and who aren't prepared to look like a retard or aren't prepared to look like they are willing to leak revenge porn. But they want to make it look like people will do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever dropped a lewd in any of the lewd tabs here, like ever? I know there's been a bunch of them. Okay. So, yeah, then I could see that being a major escalation between a private relationship, even though he is like a, what do you want to call it, like a B-list celebrity, right? So I feel like it is weird that they would out it, but I still want to know how, if Destiny was like the only person with it, how did it, I mean, unless you did, or you sent it to them. I mean, I guess at that point they should have kept it to themselves, but I also feel like if they're all parasocially obsessed with this man, I don't know. Like, who knows how crazy and unhinged Amumu and Jake are? You know, it could have a lot of weird. What do you call it when there's like a mini earthquake, aftershocks of the event, depending on how unhinged they want to be. But I feel like with it being in the open, at least the mods can like moderate it if they start like full on harassing you in general chat or something like that. You know what I mean? Because they're probably going to make jokes about it for, I'm going to at least say a week, I would estimate. Because they reuse material. If you ever read, like, Jacob's replies.
Why did someone come into chat immediately after I left and say that Baby Peach is a complete retard about the Paragon thing? How was that at all appropriate when I had just leaked some stuff which involves Baby Peach being,
Because
GSTLK did not do any of the de-escalation at all. He literally just acted like it didn't happen and continued, and I feel like that was very disrespectful to the point of exposing their behavior. And why was nobody banned?
Zoe should be banned.
Not only not banned, but allowed to continue.
I think it should be all three: Jacob,
right?
Mumu, and Zoe. It should be banned, or at least set, like temp banned for like whichever one you feel is less involved. Like the one that actually leaked and sent shit around, permanently ban that motherfucker. But like, you know, I feel like there should be some sort of assessment or like trial. Like what is even the update on that? Hang on.
Yeah. Well, the main thing getting in the way of a lot of this is...
Brett, Krager went offline, and Destiny's on idle, and everybody's on idle. All the mods are on idle.
But yeah, the main problems... We got to cast some like good faith. Obviously, Justical doesn't want to fuck the Destiny bridge, which is pretty reasonable. Baby Peach doesn't want... You're all like very nervous about the whole situation.
I had a second question that I wanted
like right now it's just the audio that's out that I know of. It's not me.
I have two things to say actually. One thing I forgot. Krager made a comment that I couldn't tell if it was jealousy, and he told me that you have plans to already go see Destiny again, and I wanted to know if that was true and if Krager was trying to get me to not talk to Destiny because you're gonna go see him. Because the way he put it.
I told Krieger that because we were talking about, he said something like, because I was telling him about everything that was going on, and he made a comment, but before making it, he was like, well, I don't know what your current relationship is anymore with Destiny or something. And then I said that we're planning on hanging out next month, but like, that's all I said. Which is true, but I don't know if we're actually, like, we don't have anything set in stone. Like, he could just get super busy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was trying to pick out what's his jealousy and give Krager credit because he said I am his only weakness in here, and if we keep that low key, he'll be a good mod to every other.
You need to stop talking about Krager.
Get married.
Yeah,
but no.
There's some serious. It is all quite serious, and I need to try to get my head around what I'm gonna do next and all of that. And
Well, do
Baby
nothing
Peach,
next.
you just said that the audio is out, but the audio isn't really out. I didn't know about the audio until right now. 99% of people have no clue that the audio exists. Nico Sam has
It's being
been
sent around.
blacklisted so that he cannot get it.
I
No one has sent it to me. I got no idea where to go find that audio.
I think the video might get leaked though.
And wait.
What makes you
so
say that the video's gonna get leaked?
the reason that
Dustin, he felt. I want to quote it exactly. I don't want to paraphrase. Let me open the tab.
it's not so much about the audio though. You said that the audio was leaked. It's not really leaked. Let me finish. It's not so much about the audio. It's about the way the audio is being used against you, and then it's also about more things that you think are going to be kept used against you even after the audio. So some people don't want this to come out, like Justical, because he doesn't want to burn the Destiny Bridge. Other people, mainly you, Baby Peach, don't want this to come out because you're worried about snowballing consequences.
I don't want the video to come out. That's like my whole like my life is over.
Can I read this fucking DM, please?
Yeah.
Wait, no, you can't fucking read the audio. You aren't just worried about the audio coming out. You're worried about the audio coming out, and then people saying that you are a revenge porn leaker, and then also saying a whole bunch of other shit. And the only reason that you would be worried about being called a revenge porn leaker is because then it also runs with the narrative that you're in love with Destiny and that you want to leak a whole bunch of shit. This is correct, right? So when you
like on top of all the audio, all of the things that you said, but like I don't care that people think that I'm like in love with Destiny or anything. I care that people think that I leak revenge porn, and I don't want like this video has
okay, but the motive for
like
you leaking,
every
why would you
part
leak
of me?
What would be the reason that they would think you would leak the revenge porn? It would be because you would feel slighted by Destiny in some way.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
And then why would you feel slighted by Destiny? Because you're a jealous lover.
Literally, but all of that aside, I don't give a fuck. The second the video is out, I'm done. I'm gone. That's it.
Please let me know when I can read this.
Why?
Yeah, read it.
Are you one of those people that
read
thinks if you had an
need
OnlyFans, would that ruin your life? Is that like a similar mindset?
Hold on, I need to know what Destiny said about it leaking.
So he said, "Rip, I feel bad for Peach. LOL. I feel like the video will end up getting leaked eventually," which seems very mysterious to me personally.
Right. Well, I mean, multiple people have it, so it's sort of justified for him to say that. Anyway,
I don't think multiple people have the video.
I need to like start. Well, Lav has it. Fucking 3 dudes have it. I'm sure anyone of power, like people
2 dudes have
run
it.
stream. If Justical or Destiny or Lav asked them for that, they would probably give it. They probably give it to each other. There's probably other shit talkers in DGG who they give it to just for a laugh. You have to like get your head around that like people are lolcowing at your expense. And I'm trying to like decipher whether or not you are thinking that having a nude on the internet will ruin your life, or whether you're trying to decipher that the fact that people who you once thought were your friends will turn on you, and then they will turn more people who you once thought were friends, and then more people, so your social circles will all be destroyed. Is that what you are worried is ruining your life?
I'm worried about
Which part of this is the blackmail?
I'm worried about my in real life. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about my friends. I'm worried about my information. I'm worried about my face and my body and everything being online for thousands of people to see.
Right, so it's the worst kind of blackmail. And remember I brought up the point earlier that if they do this, it will clarify you of the whole revenge porn arc. Because if they just start leaking your docs and your nudes, that would be them doing revenge porn, and it would show that they were happy to release revenge porn. And then if they actually do that to hold it to punish you for like speaking out, then it would undo the whole lie that they did to you earlier, which you will probably need to provide some sort of verification for.
Yeah, I have a question.
Wait, let me finish. You'll need to provide some way. Well, you could just take the brunt of it and ignore all of this, but ideally you would have a way to be like, you send them a message where you're like, yo, it is fucked up that you are like leaking my porn to punish me and hold it over me for laughs. And if they,
I think it's more I think it's more
way,
because of Nico Sam, but Nico Sam has me blocked. I can't do anything.
What I don't understand is where did the revenge porn narrative come from? Like, where did they get that? Like, why are they saying it's revenge porn specifically?
Amumu and Nico are saying that even though they both know that that's not true.
So are they trying to ruin your entire reputation by adding that tidbit to it?
Yeah.
So Amumu said to you.
Well, because then if they're the ones
you're
leaking
trying to do
it,
revenge porn, right? Amumu
if they're the ones,
like, you're a revenge porn leaker.
Like, yeah, because they're the ones that are doing revenge porn. If I'm the one that did it, then they're just like, oh, well, it was already leaked. Like, she already leaked it.
Like so, a short video or a long video?
It's an audio.
Unnoticed if it's like if they've cropped it enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't notice it at first if it's like 5 minutes or anything around that time frame.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I just feel like it's weird that they even were using porn as some form of threat over you when you didn't really seem like you were even harming anybody, and you've always been really sweet. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you should be honest. Was there anything that you did that would make them want to hurt you?
No. Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, you read mine and you're a weird DM that one time you didn't leak that into the general chat, so I feel like that proves to me that you're not out here trying to cause the drama.
I mean, like, Destiny sent me a lot of shit that, like, that would get way more views than me. Like, you don't even see him, you just see me. So, like, it's literally just me.
Oh no, you can't even tell it's him in the video?
No.
Oh no, even worse.
Wait, so it is a video. It's not audio, but there is audio.
Yeah, Nico Sam made it, used the audio and turned it into a meme.
He made an MP3.
Okay. And that's got Destiny's voice in it though, right? But it's not necessarily him, it's just him like moaning.
Yeah,
like a little turtle.
Vivid to me, which was interesting. It was very weird, but yeah.
Alright, I gotta figure out what to do here.
Nothing. Just don't do anything. Please, for the love of God, don't do anything right now.
Right now, I'd leave it alone. Nobody we care about's banned, and I kind of want those 3 fucks to get banned, but if they don't, or if they aren't, maybe it is content farm and it's tied to something that we can't fuck with. I mean, because I feel like people have gotten banned for less, like, unpatched. So why aren't we banning the people that are trying to use porn as revenge?
Well, that's why they banned Nico Sam, and that's why he's blacklisted from everywhere.
Oop. He's done for. So are you going to leave the community for real if someone does expose it, you're going to completely dip out?
I mean, I'm...
You could go dark for X amount of time or delete this Discord and then make a new one in a couple years and just pull a me.
No, I mean,
Also, Crispy Lettuce, did they keep your part in the YouTube video?
It's fine if they did. I don't care, but...
The confession, did he leave? I tried to find the timestamp. I couldn't find...
I mean, he's probably not... Is the VOD already out of today's stream?
I went back in time on YouTube to try to find where you came up. But there's a weird cut, so I think he may have taken it out, but I don't know, because he was still live. You can hear us in BC, then it gets weird, and then it puts a different part of the video in. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I mean, I don't know, I'm just...
Don't worry.
I wouldn't, there's no... I would be, I don't think that I would be able to, like I would just I would be gone. Like I can't live after that. Are you kidding me? Like that's like the like there's no fucking way. And they all know that. Everybody knows that.
See, I'm weird. I post my stuff on the internet and I don't feel like funny about it, but I understand why it bothers you, and that's why I feel like it's gross that they use it as blackmail, because that's like the worst thing to fucking do.
And they know, and like everybody knows, and like Nico knows, and like everybody, and so it's just like
How long has this been going on for? Like how many days?
like a month.
Damn, like all of February?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do exactly what I did. Delete all my socials, dip out for a bit, and then come back. Honestly, it's the best thing to do. Because they can't say anything to you and they can't even get a hold of you, and then they just forget about you.
But then it's like out there, and like people like that I know, like personally,
Yeah,
like
they could find it, but there's still a chance they might not.
Yeah, like I'm real sorry that this is already out there and that people already know about it. But you're like doing fine right now. People go through these kinds of things,
because like nobody
and
has gone out.
there's a paved path to where we know that these things happen. And well, it's like Destiny said that he thinks this is gonna leak further. And people have been through this before, and there's a paved path where they can see where they do get through it, and we can follow that, and we can get you through it. And it won't be so bad. Like people get through these things, and they're like well loved, and you're already well loved, so you really are in the thick of it. But it doesn't mean like your life is over.
It's just like my friends and my family and my job, and like I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that won't happen to you. The stuff with your friends and family won't happen, because even though you're worried about the narrative that they say about you, there's the reason that they are threatening you with saying that you're like going to do that you did this for a bad reason is because what they are trying to do to you is so bad that it's like recognized widely by society that they should not be doing this, and they're trying to flip that around on you, but it's not true. That's why everything is fine. That's why you're going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know it's like scary because these people have a lot of individual like energy, or they have a lot of energy to like act aggressive, and there might be a lot of those people, but it's really not that many people relative to the rest of the world who's on your side and who knows what's right and wrong. Because it's okay to like express yourself sexually and to like be an adult and be happy and proud about what you do and have fun and meet millionaires and fuck them and cause the drama. And they shouldn't be holding that against you, and it's really wrong of them to try to hold that against you. So you're totally fine, dude.
I just want Nico to know that I have his whole family tree outlined, and I have no problem killing him, like for real, for real.
The wrath of a female should be feared. Fucking
I have people in my family who have murdered and gotten away with it. Like, he will be dead. I'm not joking.
That's not a threat. That is just the way other people react to him. Yeah. You know why? Because those people love you, Baby Peach. They love you.
But like, I can't even threaten him because he blocked me. So like, I don't even know.
That sounds like a problem for him. Besides, like I said, the way he's acting is just inherently wrong. If people find out about what these dudes are doing and they continue to act even a little bit weird, people will immediately tie it back to the fact like, hey, like you're acting a little bit weird right now. Remember that time that you were really, really fucking weird? And those dudes will be held accountable for it. So if anyone tries to like push this forward, I'll be there to defend you, and you'll be fine. and other people will be there to defend you as well.
I do have to wake up soon, but so I'm gonna go try to sleep, but I'm gonna be back on soon, and I really appreciate talking to you guys. It really helps.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to like play it out like that. I was really trying to hand it to a mod and let the mod do whatever. Like
No,
I
I
told him to
appreciate
do
you.
whatever.
There's nothing you did wrong. I really appreciate you both a lot.
That's good. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't see suffer like that. That shit was fucked up. But I hope you get some sleep. And don't worry, if you're on the internet, it's not that bad.
Just
I'm on
look
the
after
internet.
yourself. Go eat a whole bunch of food. Put on 5 pounds. Have a big sleep. You'll wake up. Your body will feel great. And once you've slept on it, you'll realize things aren't so bad.
And consider the internet break. It's good for your mental health sometimes as a girl to just do that, honestly.
But then I can't, because then if it comes out and like people have my information, then like I won't be prepared or like aware of it, you know?
That won't be a problem, dude. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You're already fine. You're already all good.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, these people
Well,
are
thank
just,
you.
these people are just like spinelessly
They're
trying to get
disgusting.
recognition from the most spineless people on the internet. So it's really just like rats that you're dealing with.
What the fuck is the title of it? It says The Matrix and I see Elon Musk. I'm scared.
Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, very soon.
Alright. Alright, good night.
Thank you. Me too. I don't know how to, where did you guys go? Let me see. Oh, okay, bye.
Good night.
We were hiding in the tabs.
Good night. Alright, it's just us now, baby Pete. Baby Brett.
Mayo told me that he knows for a fact that there are more details on Peach having feelings for Destiny.
Who said that?
Weed LMAO with the cat picture in a VC.
Oh, yeah. He's a nefarious individual himself.
What is also funny is how defensive my favorite mod got. And I do know for a fact he said multiple times I'm the only girl that's the gem of his eye, which is why I don't report him, because at least he's not creepy to any other girls. And he's not like weird. He's just very flirty and gets upset that I like other men.
I need you to know that talking about Krieger is similar to when we're dealing with a story and then you throw in a funny little snippet where you're like, and then there was this girl who fucking fucked me over when I was a kid, but let's not talk about that. I need you to adopt the mindset, that same mindset with Krieger, where you can't help but bring it up, but realize that you don't want to like throw Krieger under the bus just randomly on the side of this whole thing.
The only reason I started doing this was because he couldn't go forward as mod, and then people in VC actually said that he never actually goes for the gun of things, and I was like, you know what, at this point, he kind of put me in this position of discomfort. I might as well expose him a bit, right? I mean, shit,
Yeah,
like he's a mod.
You're literally just talking about Krieger for kicks. You love it that Krieger's into you. You also think it's funny the way he dealt with it. I get it. Girls want to see men angry. Just hold it in. Just hold it in, baby Brad. Because I have all the power here. You know? I can leak
doing my best.
all of this.
I can try my best.
And I'm in a weird situation, which is similar to you and Krieger, where even though Baby Peach is scared about this coming out, it might be better for her for me to like go ahead and leak all this, even though she just told me not to.
Isn't it already leaked?
I'm sorry.
It is already leaked. It is already leaked. So
No, I do apologize for my social difficulties. I feel like you've learned over time that I'm just a little funky in the head.
Yeah, you're just like me. It's fine.
Neurotic.
There are months when I'm drowning in my own neuroticism. So, luckily being here talking to people constantly has kind of helped me feel more lucid. But
I definitely get that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in a funny position now where like Baby Peach is like, don't do anything, do nothing. And I want to hit her up and be like, why? But I don't want to be like that autistic person who like, you have to give me the reason. Mainly we're in a position with her where I just had to deal with her emotions. Which is why right now I'm going to watch The Matrix when Neo is in a very fucked up position. And the Oracle gives him a cookie. Because the Oracle also realizes that Neo's little human brain cannot deal with all of this fucked up problems. Ask me a question first.
I was gonna say, do you think there's a chance she is romantically involved in him, and there's some sort of ploy into that? Or do you think that's completely debunked?
With Destiny?
Yeah, because Kroeger was really pushing that hard for like 20 minutes to where I couldn't hang up, and I had to just sit through there and listen to it. He kept asking me how I felt about Destiny, and I don't really feel any type of way. But Kroeger kept just yelling about Peach's feelings for him. I guess
Yep.
it's like a defense.
I said it before as like a joke, like as a man, you know, I get that like I want to be Destiny, and I don't think women can resist Destiny. And then as a human looking at Baby Peach, I get it that like there are narratives in her head about herself that she needs to like hold down just to operate. So she's like, no, like she actually openly joked about it, but probably helping herself like realize what was going on. Where she was just like, of course I would like be with Destiny, and I was like, but would you die for it? And then she was like, well, maybe, because I get it. Like as a woman, she's looking at this like millionaire man who pays her a certain amount of attention, and it probably feels like the best thing ever, which sounds a little bit like love to me. At least short-term love. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be married for 40 years and still walk in the front door and tell my wife I'm happy to see her and give her a kiss, and then go to work every day and feel totally satisfied. And I'll probably never feel that, Baby Peach, so thanks for fucking making me feel depressed. But yeah, obviously, you asked if there was a chance. Yeah, there's definitely a chance.
So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't psychotic and psychotic going out because of Kroeger. Because of his emotions.
Yeah, as a man, and you know, men see things very directly and logically. It is almost frustrating to have to point out the fact that like women love Destiny, and not because we're jealous that they love him, but just it's like, it's frustrating seeing women live in this world, being constantly pulled around by their emotions. Yeah.
That's very true.
You know, and then you have to like explain it to them, like, no, like you would, you fucking love that shit. I don't mean to like infantilize women or some shit. Like they are humans with higher consciousness, and they can operate
I think
better than most men.
sometimes,
But like, you often need to point out that like, yeah, it would be. Women are just programmed to have to accept that sometimes the things they want they can't have.
she just texted me that it's a felony in his state. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was explaining to her. What these dudes are trying to do to her is like a crime, a felony. The greater, wider world looks at it like it's fucked up. These dudes are basically doing a felony and then threatening to blame her for that same felony, which is really scary and confusing for her, but ultra retarded for them to openly do a felony or threaten to do a felony while also holding that over someone. I feel like she should be... It's like me being like, I'm going to tell people you robbed me, and if you fucking say anything else, I'm actually going to come rob you. And it's like, well, if you just try to rob me, I'm just going to deny it, and then I'm just going to fucking do it. But you're so scared of being robbed. You're so scared of being robbed because you think that your house is a part of you, and like letting someone else intrude into that fucking zone is going to be something that you've never had to deal with. Even as a child, you never had to deal with this. You never acclimatized to be dealing with being attacked in your personal home, or for her, it's being attacked with her fucking body. They're literally attacking her with her sense of privacy. Is like being invaded and ruined. Just so that they can try to fucking come in her ass and then make fun of her and laugh with their like degenerate friends about it. It is rightfully a felony. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to play this 40-second video and I'm going to go grab a drink out of my fridge.
No, fine.
I'm sorry, kiddo, I really am. You have a good soul. And I hate giving good people bad news. No. Don't worry about it. As soon as you step outside that door, you'll start feeling better. You'll remember you don't believe in any of this fate crap. You're in control of your own life. Remember? Here. Take a cookie. I promise, by the time you're done eating it, you'll feel right as rain.
Yep, that's basically. Oh my god, just leaking all of my fucking private stuff. Nice.
I think what's really weird for me though is the fact that when my favorite mod, I mean Matt, you know, he made me feel comfortable to express things, and then kind of put me in a situation where he recommended first to leak with a large add everybody message. I felt weird, and when you make me feel uncomfortable, I kind of like socially self detonate, and I have to find a solution where everybody is aware of what's going on and everything can calm down, and I panic, which is often why I try to rely on mods and or friends that know how to handle things better, like you, right? And I go, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, help. And
Yeah.
this was one of those situations where I didn't like how, even though they knew she had tendencies and she was feeling a certain way, they were going to ignore that.
Okay, I don't want to make you freak out right now, but because I'm not like a streamer, I do get like anxious looking into the future. Like if I went on stream right now and tried to explain all of this, I don't know if I could be as affluent and fluent as I've been in this conversation that I've had with you guys. And I recorded this entire conversation with her and the entire conversation with you coming in, and I sort of just want to leak all of that because it has everything in it. It's got all of my points of views. And I'm starting to think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I don't think I said anything weird about my personal life, right? I didn't do any excessive rambling.
No, you just shit on Krieger.
Oh,
Which
well,
I'll probably skip. I'll probably try and skip over that, most of it, except it came up like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because it's important, and I'm mad this time that he fucking didn't help that girl, bro.
It's just personally important to you, because it's simultaneously making you feel a sense of validation that you've been struggling to get for a little while.
I wouldn't say that. No, I really was
wishing that you were getting more validation from Destiny, and then you get a whole bunch of it from Krieger, and then
how I feel.
And then it was weird, and you want more drama in your life, and then it happens directly to you, so you can't help but talk about it to the first person, which is me. Sorry. I'm actually dehumanizing you by talking to you this way. I don't mean to talk down to you.
Incorrect narrative.
Yeah, it is. I'm doing the very surface level narrative joke. I have a problem where I do things that I think are funny to me, but no one knows what I'm talking about. And then makes me wonder if I'm autistic. But low-key, I just think I don't care, and I just live my life to feel a little bit of relief sometimes.
No, and I don't care if you record things, because I know you wouldn't put like a bipolar mental breakdown on the internet like they wanted to put of me. You feel me? Like they were trying to literally out my name or any clip where I've said XYZ thing.
Well, I think if I do a stream right now and I just play back through this entire phone call, that would almost be like the best thing I could do. It would convey the emotion and authenticity from babypeach, which means she doesn't have to struggle to portray that later. It would portray this conversation was something I could control, where I don't have to constantly deal with like Destiny or Justical or anyone screaming at me like about this or that. It's only me and my channel, which is getting fucking roasted. Justical and his mods and his discords can all be chill and be like, yo, like we didn't leak this. In fact, we tried to tell Crispy not to do it. So they've got like no culpability. Aside from the fact that this is like looks pretty bad and they probably should have started banning people over it. But Justical can just do that same argument that he's been holding to, which is really good for him, really smart for him, to be like, it's not my place to litigate all this. People should just block each other and get the fuck out. I mean, even comparing it to Patch was like a menace for the mods. And Mumu and Jacob aren't menaces for the mods, so it's not his responsibility to fucking deal with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does, eh? What else do I need to cover?
I don't know.
Yeah, babypeach is going through it. It's simultaneously fucked that she just started crying, but it also sort of shows that she's already been pushed to like an emotional limit. I'm
She
not
said
the
it was
one.
going on for a month and you heard her voice crack. That's a sign of someone doing that fucking type of psychological mind breaking or whatever.
She literally can't go to work because she's so stressed out because people are trying to ruin her life with her friends and direct family by accusing her of doing felonies and leaking her private nudes over the internet just because as an adult she wanted to explore her sexuality and have some exciting fun times.
See, you take my stone thoughts and you make them sound unstoned. Like an input output machine.
That shit is fucked, dude. You're lucky I'm not stoned right now.
I think it's because I'm stressed out because they caused me to like emotionally shut down because I don't like if someone tells me I can feel protected venting to them and then they just do the wrong thing because I have abandonment issues and like I said, then I just bipolar out and then we get here.
Alright, I might stop recording this now, I guess. Hopefully, but I'll keep talking to you.